So, Rúben Amorim, he's in his first full season at Manchester United, and it's not been a fantastic start, but it's not been as bad as people are saying. Of course, he's continuing with his trademark 3-4-3 system, but is he too reliant on it? With the squad he's got, would United actually be better suited to a 4-3-3 or even a 4-2-3-1? In this video, I'm going to break down the options, but I want to hear from you as well. Which formations do you think best fits Manchester United's squad? Let me hear your opinion. So the goalkeeping options, now that Onana has left, thank fucking Christ he's left. He was so bad. But the guys that's left aren't much better, especially in the case of Altai Bayindir. He's garbage. We have a new boy, San Lamens, and I hope he doesn't get flung in against City. But then again, if you're going to get flung in the deep end, it might as well be against City. And we have, of course, Tom Heaton as number 3. Okay, and now for the fullbacks, or the wingbacks. We have Diogo Dalot, right fullback, but he will be deployed in the wing-back position. We have Luke Shaw, a left-back or left wing-back. He has been playing at centre-back, but I'm just going to put him in here because I think his best position is fullback. We have Patrick Dorgu, who is absolutely insane. I love this guy. He's going to be amazing. Diego Leon, I'm not sure we'll see much, but he's a left-back, left wing-back. I hope we see a bit of him because he looks like a tank, and he's not went out on loan, so he's going to be part of the first-team plans. And of course, Mazraoui, who's one of the best signings we've made in the last 10 years. The guy's quality for 13 million. Absolutely quality. He can probably play a right centre back and a back three, but definitely a right back or right wing back. Now on to the centre backs. We're going to start with Aiden Heaven. He's going to be the number 5 choice. He's going to be behind these other 4, but he's got a good future ahead of him, and I don't mind him when he's played. He's looked pretty damn good. Next time we've got Matthias de Ligt. He's came in, he's been solid. Even this season, he's started really well. Keep him fit and he'll be amazing. And you've got big square dome, Big Maguire. He's had a rough time at United, let's not lie. That price tag ruined him straight away. Then making him captain, that doubled down on ruining him. But he's come back fighting, and he's been solid for the last maybe 18 months. No arguments with him. The guy next to him, Martinez, we kind of forget about this guy, but he's probably the best centre-back at the club. Pity we can't get him on the field, He's been injury prone, and I don't know if he'll get any better. We'll see. And then the guy to the right-hand side, Lenny Euro, one of the best signings we've made ever, probably. A teenager, and he's been absolutely insane. In the back line in the Premier League, to be that good, that composed, that fast, he's going to be amazing, and he's still just a teenager. He's going to improve his levels. I don't know how long Man United will be able to keep him, but I hope it's a very long fucking time. Now for the centre midfield, and this, as you can see, is where I think our problem lies. We only have Ugarte, Casemiro and Menu as I think our recognised centre midfielders. Now Ugarte, I don't know if he's acclimatised that well to the Premier League. He's been in and out of the team, even with Amorim there, who loved him at Sporting Lisbon. He's been in and out of the team, just like he was in and out of the PSG team. Maybe he's just not cut out for the Premier League. We're not sure yet. Casemiro, he's past it. He's world class back in his day. He's past it. You can maybe get a good 60 minutes out of him if you're lucky. And then we have Kobe Menu, who is absolutely a gem. He should be playing. Is he defensively reliable? Probably not. But you can teach him that. He's still a young kid. What is he, 20 years old? He's learning still. Let him learn. Let him play. Let him make mistakes. Let him learn from them. We only have 3, in my opinion, centre midfielders. And I think Manu should be playing a lot more than he is. So now for the attacking midfielders. And as you can see, again, there's only, in my opinion, 3. Well, there's loads that can play this position, but I've only put in 3 because I think this is these boys' best position. Centre attacking mid, so Bruno, as we know, he's our main creative outlet. The guy's a fucking genius. Then we have Xerxes. I don't think he's good enough to be a striker. I don't think he's mobile enough to be a midfielder, so he's got to be a cam. And I think he'd be pretty good. I get Berbatov vibes off this boy. But sometimes that's not a great thing. Sometimes he just looks a bit lackadaisical. Needs to be more consistent and use his fucking size. The guy's a giant. And then we have Mason Mount, who's started the season really well. Starting to look like a player we paid 60 million for, or whatever it was, off Chelsea. When he had 12 months left on his contract, that was a stupid thing to do. But yeah, Mason Mount is looking solid. Hopefully he's not got a bad injury. He'll be fine. Now for our wide attacking players, and in seasons gone by, this would have had about 20 different people on it, but now we have Amad Diallo, obviously the right-sided player, can play as a 10, can play as a wing-back, can play a right winger. We have Kuna, who's probably best position, even though he's started well at a 10 as Man United's number 10, but probably left wing would be where you would start him in a different position. And then in Mbeumo, again, a right winger. But considering we've got boys out on loan who, not Anthony anymore, he's not on loan, he's went fully to Betis. We have Rashford at Barca, we have Sancho at Villa. And these guys were, big money was wasted on these guys. Obviously, Rashford came through the system, but Garnacho as well. Jesus Christ. We had some players, didn't we? We just fell on the wrong side of a new manager, and quite rightly. Anyway, this is our wide attack options. And now our striker options. We have Obi Mikel and we have the new boy Benjamin Sesko. Now, okay, other people could play up front. We could have Mbeumo up front. We could have Kuna up front. We could have Xerxes up front. But these are the only two that are probably out and out strikers. I'm not sure how we're going to fare. Sesko's looking okay. Let's get him fit. He gets more shots at goal in 20 minutes than, Højlund did in a full game. So let's give him a chance. Young Obi Mikel, he's only 17, so he's not going to really start much. He should play. He should be round about the squad, learning, getting fit, getting to know his teammates, because I think he will come through. He's doing magic numbers in the under-18s. So, yeah, this is the striking options. Now, the 3-4-3, this is Amorim's system. This is his baby. This is one he's all loved up with. And it's all about controlling wide areas and pressing high up the pitch, with three centre-backs giving a strong defensive base and the wing-backs pushed on to stretch the game. And it can make United look extremely aggressive and compact, but it puts a huge amount of demands on the wing-backs, who need to run the entire length of the field for 90 minutes, and on the two centre midfielders, who are usually undermanned. The opposition usually have three people in there, and they've got to cover a lot of ground to avoid being outnumbered, which usually happens anyway. When it works, it creates overloads out wide with quick attacking options. With transitions, you're usually getting up the pitch extremely fast. But if the wing-backs or midfielders are caught upfield and caught in possession, they lose the ball, the whole team is struggling to get back. It essentially becomes usually a 3-on-3, and that's dangerous, especially in the Premier League, with the quality of players they have against opposition teams. It's just dangerous. A lot of these games, if Man United stick with this system, which they are, because this manager is going to stick with it, a lot of the games are going to be 3-2, 2-2, 4-3. There's not going to be any, and you can put this on the bookies right now, Man United will not play a 0-0 all season. That's what I think in this formation anyway. And now for the 4-3-3, which is a pretty popular system. It gives balance across the pitch with a solid back four, three midfielders to control the midfield, and a wide formation to stretch the games, wide forwards to stretch the game. It suits teams that want to dominate possession and play through the thirds while still keeping width. The downside is that it relies heavily on a midfield trio being disciplined. If one switches off, the whole shape can get exposed. And the fullbacks often need to be pushed up high to support attacks, which can leave space in behind. It's dangerous, it's attacking, I like it, and I think our players suit it. But anyway, we're not going to see it, I don't think, so we can dream. Now, the 4-2-3-1 is probably the most familiar setup for United fans, with most teams in the Premier League at least trying this one out. With two holding midfielders giving defensive cover and an attacking midfielder free to link up play, aka Bruno, it creates a clear structure, makes use of creative numbers like 10s, like Fernandes, like Mbeumo, like Kuna, like I've showed you in my team sheet. And it's flexible for both pressing and counter-attacking. The weakness is that it can look narrow. If the wide players don't stay high and wide, and the lone striker can become isolated if a team isn't moving forward quickly enough. So you need to take the rough with the smooth with this one. It's good going forward, but you need to stay wide, or else it's too narrow and easy to defend against. But this is probably my preferred formation, because we're too easy to get chances against. Not as easy as we were with Ten Hag. What was that? We were conceding like 20 chances a game under that baldy idiot. But anyway, we're not going to see this one either because it's not 3-4-3. But it's worth a shot now and again. We definitely have the players for it. So that's a big question. Stick with Amorim's 3-4-3 or switch to something like a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. Let me know in the comments which formation you think gives United the best chance this season. Don't forget to hit like if you enjoyed the breakdown and subscribe for more Man United debates and analysis, albeit extremely limited because I'm not a coach or anything like that. Just a fan, just like you. So let's hear your analysis.